I'll make this brief and less painful than anything Velma would put you through. Scooby Doo was a fun little snippet from my childhood and presumably many others out there. A spooky cartoon that satiated a generation's craving for horror and fantasy. Scooby and Shaggy goofed through mysteries, stumbling upon success where others could not. Fred and Daphne were the more composed and proactive in the group, but always late to the clues. Velma was quirky and replete with information that the others needed to solve mysteries. Together, this group made an unlikely squad of detectives that entertained through every mystery that they solved. Every mystery was a simple self-contained story that made sense in the goofy world of Scooby Doo, created for all to chuckle along and enjoy. When I heard that HBO was adopting Scooby's world in its own Velma series, I was cautiously intrigued. While my entertainment has moved beyond Scooby Doo, I was still curious to see how children's entertainment has evolved. From the start, the warning signs were there. Scooby would not be featured, and this new show would be aimed at an older cohort, opening up topics and avenues that Hollywood is determined to throw its toxic bile into. This show would be helmed by Mindy Kaling, an actress whose zenith was playing Kelly in The Office. And then HBO unleashed this turd on the world. To say that I was surprised would be a lie. In many ways, this went the way many modern reimaginations go. Velma is the center of this show, a snarky self-important prick
a bitch
who can't stop yapping on about gender.
Sure. Normally origin stories are about tall, handsome guys struggling with the burden of being handed even more power. But as a guy, there's so little consequence for your actions. Also, that he was just another entitled rich guy who might kill someone because he has a tiny dong.
And sex.
I'm sexy, I'm fun. Ooh yeah, I'm rolling on some gum. Yeah, it was me, not Fred and his weird sex fan. Sure, if someone was like, wanna see a naked picture of Fred? I'd be like, hubba hubba. But I'd say that about anyone.
Stop it. Get some help.
And race.
And how do you feel about race-blind casting, Daphne?
Well, as an Asian woman, I, think it's cool.
Yes. I wasn't expecting such an enlightened answer from such...
A bitch. Hey, no offense, but can we just let the actual doctor explain? Just being a white guy with a clipboard doesn't cut it anymore. Fred's a rich white guy with a tiny dong. He did it. Why wouldn't he? If I were a rich white dude, I'd kill everybody just to get away with it.
Live on a lake in Missouri.
Those are all white people, Daphne. Minorities on TV can only deal drugs to escape poverty. Exactly. I spit truth without a filter.
Why are you the way that you are?
Driving a wedge between her and her counterparts in a way only Hollywood would approve. Velma is also race-swapped, completing all the ingredients for Mindy Kaling's own perfect self-insert. Each PC remark is laden with envy towards the things she could not get and people she could not be. Shaggy is replaced with Norville, an empty husk that exists to be Velma's own personal little...
Hey, I was rethinking our friendship this morning, and maybe it's healthier.
No time! Drive me to Fred's house!
I'll get my windbreaker.
I put you above everything in my life. If our situations were reversed, you would have left me for dead after my first hallucination.
Why? I'm weird and no one likes me.
That's not true. I like you.
No, you don't. You're like a brother to me. That's hilarious. If I found humor attractive, I would be all over you right now. Oh well.
The rest of the squad are different versions of the same punching bag for Velma, tolerating her narcissism which barely exceeds their own.
Hey, watch where you're going, jerk.
I have a disease where I can't recognize people who aren't hot.
Never go full retard.
The good old mystery solving and clue hunting is still there, but it's clearly an afterthought, taking a backseat to Velma's, or rather, Mindy Kaling's own personal frustrations with her life. Velma has been received negatively by many fans of the original Scooby Doo. Even the audience that it was presumably catered to seemed to have abandoned it entirely. The Scoobyverse, if that's a thing, is simply the latest in a spate of Hollywood disasters wrought by creatives that crash because they fail to imagine beyond their own personal gripes. Velma may get a second season, but there's no telling how much this vindictive approach has jeopardized its future. I hate to hit it when it's down, but Velma is a steaming hot dump on the legacy of a cartoon series that entertained many generations of children. While I mourn the brain cells that I lost on this one, hopefully you, dear viewer, can still save yourself the agony. You stay tuned and stay cool.